Alright, so I just finished reading Secret Avengers number 5. We've got a Nick Fury look-like on the cover with a bunch of different people from Secret Avengers, pieces of their outfits. And so, I was just reading this, and, ah, let's hop in! I'm not going to spoil how I felt about it until maybe the end. Alright, so, we have this kind of new to art, so it wasn't Mike Deodato, so I was kind of disappointed because Mike Deodato is one of my favorite artists. And he wasn't on this book, right? Or he's on this book, regular artist, but he's not here now. So we have a flashback with Nick Fury walking around and just reading a paper. Next thing you know, he's attacked by S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, so it's kind of like, what's going on here? I really liked... no, I didn't. This was a good start. It had like a very suspenseful kind of start with Nick being chased by S.H.I.E.L.D. agents. So it was 5 years ago, so it's a flashback, of course, because S.H.I.E.L.D.'s no longer operable. And then we have the connection to Secret Avengers. We have Steve and Sharon kind of talking with the real Nick Fury, about who this guy is who looks like Nick Fury. And then Nick goes on to explain that it was an LMD, or life model decoy. Yes. And then his brother Max had this whole plan a few years ago, where he took one LMD, who gave it a conscious, and it was sort of like it wasn't quite like the Vision or the Ultimate Torch. It was kind of different, and then we kind of see what his brother Jake had planned, and then his brother killed himself, and it's kind of a Nick Fury backstory more than a Secret Avengers book. So it's something that I didn't really like, because if it's a Secret Avengers title, why not have it any Secret Avengers in it besides Steve and Sharon? It was mostly a Nick Fury show, really, which Nick Fury is not I'm not the biggest fan of Nick Fury, so I didn't really like this issue a whole bunch. There was a lot of unfamiliar lingo to me, because again, I'm not really that familiar with Nick Fury, and I didn't really get a lot of what was I understood it and I got what was happening, but I wasn't really into it because I'm not a fan of Nick Fury and I'm not really understanding of his character that much. It felt like the 1950s era Steve Rogers clone guy, the guy who wants to be Steve Rogers so bad but he isn't, and he's kind of been mind washed and stuff throughout the Captain America series. That's what it felt like to me. This is what it felt like. I just mentioned that because I'm reading Ed Brubaker's Captain America right now. Something I didn't like is the scene changes in when it goes to different time flashbacks between the present and the past, and it's like 5 years, 10 years, 8 years. I didn't like how the art was the same throughout the whole book. I thought if you're going to do a time change, like a flashback or flash forward or a dream sequence or anything like that, you should have different art, because then it kind of distinguishes what's different, because I was kind of confused a few times, seeing as Nick Fury wears the same outfit most of the time. I'm just going to skip to the end because, I don't know, nothing too exciting. You find out that it wasn't a life meat, a bottle of I don't know. I pretty much spoiled the issue already. I don't know. And then you find out that he saw Max, they named the life model decoy with conscience, and you find that he's working with John Steele, another character I'm not super familiar with. And then that the Secret Avengers, who it's the first time they've actually been called that, need to be taken down. And so that's the first time in the issue you see all the Secret Avengers. I wasn't a big fan of this book. I really like the series as a full up to this point. I didn't like this single issue. I'm torn between scores. I was going to give it a 3.5, but rereading it through with you guys, I'm just going to... no. 2.5. I wasn't feeling it. If it's called Secret Avengers, it should have the Secret Avengers in it. So yeah. Pick it up if you're a fan of Nick Fury, and if you've been liking Secret Avengers thus far, but I don't like Nick Fury that much, and it didn't have Mike Deodato, and it didn't have the Secret Avengers in the Secret Avengers book. So I'm going to go with the 2.5 out of 5. So pick it up with caution if you want. I'm not going to give it a good score, so check it.